It's sunny out there. I have not been out here in a few days. I got knocked down with some kind of wicked virus. I don't know. But I wanted to take a better look at the next project. You've seen it already briefly. And it's this. It's a 1967 Kohler K91T. I know from the spec that it was originally built for Fox body equipment. Now when I Google Fox body equipment, it's all Mustang stuff. And Fox body equipment used to make like go-karts and mini bikes and that kind of thing. So this was probably used in a go-kart. It appears to have what would have been like a throttle linkage. So that's my guess. In terms of condition, I don't know a lot about it. The seller did say it has good compression. It pulls over and it feels like it's all right. Obviously, spark plug wire needs repair. Fuel line, the fuel tank is remarkably clean inside, thankfully. The carb itself is filthy, so we'll clean that up. I think the best place to start is with the lubrication situation because I don't know what it has for oil in it. I also don't see anything that looks like a dipstick or a plug. I'm assuming that's the fill plug, but nothing that says fill it up this much, so maybe there's a dipstick inside here. I'm not sure. Does it have any oil in it at all? It may not. It may have water. Who knows? I don't know how it's been stored. We're gonna start there.
Desert dust bowl sun, where the bill man will call you almost every week. Which bills to pay today, what's left in the fridge to eat. Where stars frame the night, born out of train, just close enough to give hope.
A lot of schmutz around this. It's a really cool sort of metallic teal green color. I really like that, and this may be a good candidate for an actual sort of restoration. Oh, I wonder how tight that's going to be. Well, that was a letdown. Excuse me. See what I mean? Oh, it's got a dipstick. And there's something on the end of it. An oil adjacent substance anyway. Okay, so that's something. If it looks like a runner, we'll definitely put fresh oil in it. I do want to give it a compression test, and while the plug's out, I'm going to throw a scope down there and just have a peek around. That guy, yeah. Oh, well, that was loose. Kind of mucky, but we'll clean up. Got a little mirror on here. I'm not too sure what I'm seeing, if anything. See if we can see valves. And yeah, there's a valve. The valves move. I saw them going up and down. Yeah, just couldn't see much at all, but I don't know. We'll do a compression test and see what it comes up with. $60. It's not tons, but not terrible. Next steps: clean the carb, fresh oil, gas, run. It's not too bad. Oh, I gotta fix that spark plug wire. That'll be important. I just want to get this carb off. Oh, that's interesting. This is blue? This has blue paint on it. Maybe somebody tried to make it custom or something. Anyway, I just want this area clean so when I pull it off, I don't get a bunch of junk in there. This flap, I don't know. What is this? Some kind of choke? This is obviously a homemade thing. I'd much rather have an air cleaner on it. It has a choke, so why do we need this? Fuel line is pretty much junk. I've ordered some ignition terminals and comes with pliers to crimp them on, some crimpers. Used to be, I just had those things in my toolbox, like a whole bunch of leftover terminals and stuff, but nowadays, I don't know, even Canadian Tire doesn't have them. Even on Amazon, it's kind of hard to find. You end up buying just a whole bunch. I bought like a set that comes with the pliers and everything. So, whatever. I actually have another set of crimping pliers from the same brand that are pretty darn decent, so I guess it's all right. Even the linkage here kind of looks blue. Maybe it came off a different engine, different manufacturer, like a different go-kart that they were painted blue. It's on the middle hole. Remember that, middle hole. Oh, half inch. Sorry. Got a multi-size. I mean, I've set it to 13 here, but it'll do. Oh, she's tight. There we go. What are we gonna find in here? Rust, green goo. Whoa! I did not expect nothing to be the answer. Holy! Wow. This thing is clean. This is clean inside. Too bad the bore is so bad. Just look at how shiny that is. Somebody's been through this before us and just never got around to it. And yeah, this is crusty. The O-ring and the gasket will have to get new. Geez, I might have that around. But wow. Half, one, half, two, and a bit, two and a bit. Sorry, I keep dropping this down to work on it, and then you can't see. Oh yeah, this whole thing comes out with it. Yeah. Wow. A quick bath and new gaskets, and then we're just gonna put it in. I mean, we got some cobwebs down in there. I don't know if you can see those. Yeah, cobweb. It's nice, eh? Engine's running real nice on spiders. Half, one, half, so 1.5. I'm so shocked. Probably could have just put gas in this thing and fixed that ignition and just fired it up. I guess I'll have to check the points too. but cover's a bit loose. But well, we're here now. Never mind, this is just a vent. Thought it was like the big Briggs with the points on the side, but this button got to go in here, and then this little spring going on top of it, I guess. So then it's kind of a little push button action going on. I'm not sure why. Okay, well that's fixed now. Whatever it is. It looks cool, so we're just going to leave it. How about that? So I guess in this case the points are probably underneath the flywheel, just like on most of these old engines, and I'm not going to go there unless I really need to. So come on, get in there. There we go. If I need to, if I don't have spark or whatever, I can get in there. All right, we're going to talk about carburetors today. You know what a carburetor is?
No.
A carburetor is this thing here. What does it do? Hey, if I look through here, I can see you, and then you can't see me. Now you can, right?
Yeah.
You know what this does?
No.
This takes the gas from the tank and puts it into the engine in just the right amount so it can light it on fire. You want to know how it does that?
No.
You don't want to know?
I do.
You do. Okay, so you see this here? That's where the hose goes in and the gas goes in there. And then it comes out, you see that little hole in there? It comes out of there. But what if so much comes out, the engine gets too much? Is that good? No. So,
No.
do you see this little guy? It's got a little point on the end. That plugs the hole. So now if it plugs the hole, no gas gets into the engine. Is that going to work? It needs gas, right? So do you know what it does?
No.
This thing here, is it heavy or light?
Light.
It floats on top of the gas. It's called a float. And it has a little pin here, so you stick it in here, and I'll show you what it does. Check this out. It falls down, but then if this is in gas, it will float up. And do you see right here, that little needle that turns it off and on? Is it down now? So that means gas can get in. And when gas gets in, then this floats, and
Hold it.
then when it goes up, it turns the gas off.
Off.
So then if when the engine runs out of gas a little bit, it drops down, lets more gas in. So it's always going like this, up and down, letting just the right amount of gas in. But if the gas comes out, where does it go? If the gas came through there, where's it going to go? Will it just fall on the floor? Because there's nothing here, right? Should we put a bowl under it? How about this? Is that a bowl? That has a hole in it though. Is that going to work? Not really, right? So, look at this. I never throw anything away, and I have a kit. Isn't that convenient? Very. Let's open up this kit. You play with some cars while I do that. There we go. Look, even has... It is Hot Wheels. Even has some new parts in there, but we don't need them because this one is so ridiculously clean. Too bad that furnace is on. But we don't want to be cold, I guess. So we need to put a bolt in. Yeah. So look, do you see that hole in the middle? Right in there? So when this has gas in it, then it goes up that hole, and the air coming through here into the engine sucks the right amount of gas into the engine so it can light it on fire. And you know how we make it go faster? We open this up more, so when it's closed, the engine goes slow, quiet. But when we open it, it gets lots of air and it goes
Fast.
yeah! Air and gas goes in there, and then this lights it on fire.
Huh?
Yeah! All right. Oh, look at this. A nice crimping press for the best Technicus, the best electricians tools. For the best Technicus, the best electricians tools. Yeah. Whatever. We all know where it's made.
I wanted all those with cars.
I know. Spark plug boots and things.
That's weird.
It is, right? Sometimes when I was learning to be a mechanic, guys would do a trick on me and they'd say, hold this wire. And then they would make it give me a big shock. Yeah. Is that silly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Bear some of this wire back. I haven't done this in a long time, my friend. There we go. And then we push this back so that it touches this part. Okay. We're going to take this crimper, put it on right where it goes. And we'll line this up first. Okay. Okay. We're ready to do this. Haven't done this in ages.
This Florida had an airplane on it.
Yes, you're right. That's a 1960 El Camino. And they did look a bit like an airplane on the side, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Big squeeze. Chunk. Sweet. And that clips on there. That's what's going to make our engine run. All this really needs now is oil and gas and it'll run. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Should we try it?
No.
No, you don't want the loud, hey? Yeah. But we can see if it's going to make a spark. Do you want to see how to do that? I'll show you. I have a tester. See this thing? This won't run because it doesn't have gas in it, so you don't have to worry. I'm going to take this. I'm going to put this right on. I'm going to close this up a bit because it's just not. It's missing a piece is what the problem is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
It is okay. I want you to watch this, okay? And see if, can you see it from there? Or is this in the way now? Okay. Okay. That bit. I want you to see if you can see an orange light flashing in there, okay? You ready? I don't see an orange light flashing, do you? That's not a good sign. That means we probably have to take the whole front of this engine off to get to the points. Yeah, exactly. What letters do you see on here? What's that?
K-O. I don't know that one.
H?
H-L-E-R.
Yeah. Do you know these letters?
No. W.
No, U.
U-S-A.
Yeah. So where do you think it was made?
I don't know.
In the USA.
Huh?
Yeah. Not in Canada, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So take apart the front of the engine then? Is that your vote?
Yeah.
All right. We'll do it quick. Look at this thing. What do you think? Save it or garbage?
Garbage.
Got that right.
So looking.
Yeah, it can be. now that, you know, we're here actually, this gadget here, I wasn't far off. There are variants of this engine that had the points in here. And yeah, this just isn't one of them. Hey, look at that.
Whoa.
Whoa, look what's in there. Huh. What do you think of that? Is it a big fan in there? Yep. You know what we gotta do? We gotta get this nut out of the middle. It's a big one. For that, we need a socket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it okay if I make a little noise for 1 second? It'll be really fast. Because watch this. We're gonna use Big Bertha. Done. Was that so bad?
No.
No.
I would have covered my ears for a second.
You were ready. Yeah. Now you know what we have to do to get this guy off though? We might have to bap it with a hammer. Ready?
That was very fast. I was covering my ears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was good thinking. Look at that. You know what this is? Inside here?
A magnet.
A magnet. You're right. Big magnet. And when the magnet goes past here, it's when this is spinning, it makes the sparks happen to light the fire.
Yeah.
And it does that by opening this doesn't have points, it's just a module. Where's I think we're gonna call it good for now. We're gonna go inside.
Yeah.
What's this big silver thing called?
Carbonator.
Right, carburetor. You got it. Good job. You're a mechanic now. Well, it's another evening in the shop, and periodically, I guess it's important to take stock of where things are at. So over there, got that symphonic record player. Until I can find a reliable wiring diagram, I'm not convinced that every capacitor inside there is original, and I'm having trouble matching one up and it looks oddly different from the rest. So I think it's a different spec than what it should have, in which case I can put in something that's much more easily available, but I just haven't found out for sure. So that's in the works. And of course, behind me is the Kohler, which when I pulled that little cover off and I thought there should be points there, I was not wrong. The points are entirely missing from this engine. They've vanished. They should be on the side. Even the little push rod to actuate them is missing. So I've got those on the way, and they're not going to be here for another couple weeks plus, at least. So that's going to get kind of packed up and put away. I'm not going to spend any effort on like cleaning it or anything like that until I know it runs. So that's going to get packed up. I think the next best thing to start on in terms of the season and what makes sense and everything is the Gilson. I just want to see what I can do about those wheels. Either way, it needs to leave here. But if I can put some more appropriate wheels on it, then I think I can get more for it. If I can't, so it goes. I mean, honestly, it can just kind of leave. I'd rather have the space than whatever value it has, which is probably very little. So that, I think, is what I'm gonna work on next. I feel like we're up against some severe amount of random old man engineering It feels like in the back there's somewhat of a rim. How much of it's left, I don't know, but we basically have tire tread screwed to something with a wooden front and some chain randomly wrapped around it. I guess the first place to start is with this random chain, which is extremely randomly installed. So much baling wire here. Well, all right, that's one. A totally different screw. A different screw again. From what I've seen, those are the factory wheels for these machines. They just kind of, I guess, wasn't satisfied with that and built over top of them. All of that because he didn't like the original wheels. So yeah, you can't get tires for these. I mean, it's a one-piece wheel. But, wow. What all that effort to make those things. You would think it would be ever so much easier to just drill a hole through these cheapy little 410-4 cart wheels. Probably put better tires on here for the purpose, but I mean, then you just slide them right on, stick the pin through, and that's that. And they're just about the right diameter, and they're wider too. Well, how crazy is that? I've had this thing for years, and I just always assumed that if I wanted to do anything less made of wood with the wheels, that the original wheels would be lost to the sands of time and I'd have to figure something out. But there they are, and I know these are correct because my friend Tom, who I've mentioned a few times, has handed me a few things over the course of this endeavor. He actually had one of these. It was called a Snow Charger 350. 350 makes sense, 3.5 horsepower. It was this machine, not branded Gilson though. We think this is a Gilson, Canada only spec, but it had these wheels. And I can understand why the former owner was probably not that impressed with the performance of these wheels. They're pretty skinny, they're hard, there's not much tread left on them. So, being a self-propelled snowblower, they're probably not that helpful. But definitely, I think there could have been a better solution than screwing a bunch of wood and rubber and chain to these things. Anyway, I probably will just leave this as is and not go ahead and spend the money to put those on. But at least then I can tell its future owner, hey, this would be a good way to upgrade this thing. So I guess I can get this off of here and I'll take it and wash it up and get it posted online, listed, whatever, see if I can find it a new home. That's enough for tonight, so see you next time.